Sometimes you just have to slow down and remember this truth. You can't hurry what God is doing in your life. You can push, stress, and worry, but none of it will make God move faster. He moves when the time is right. His plan is not delayed, it's divine. If you feel like nothing's happening, it doesn't mean God forgot. It means He's working quietly, preparing the right doors, and protecting you from things you don't even see yet. God often hides you before He reveals you. He lets you grow in private, so that when it's time, you can handle what's coming in public. You may feel stuck, but you're actually being strengthened. When you rush, you risk ruining what He's building. When you wait, you give Him space to make it perfect. Take Joseph, for example. He was betrayed, forgotten, and left in a prison cell for years. But when God's time came, He raised Joseph from a prisoner to a ruler in one day. That's what God does. He turns waiting rooms into launching pads. Abraham waited decades for his promise. Moses waited 40 years before leading his people. Even Jesus waited 30 years before his public ministry began. If they had to wait, we will too. But waiting doesn't mean wasting. It's in the waiting that you grow roots of faith. It's in the waiting that you learn to rely on God instead of yourself. Don't let impatience rob you of preparation. Sometimes God says not yet because He loves you too much to give you something before you're ready. He knows the right time, the right place, and the right people. He knows the version of you that can handle what He's planning. So if you're praying and nothing seems to change, keep going. If the door hasn't opened, stay faithful. If the path feels slow, trust the pace. If others are moving ahead, remember you're not in competition. You're in preparation. You're not behind. You're being built. Every delay is divine setup. Every closed door is direction. And every unanswered prayer is preparation for something greater. Maybe your waiting isn't about what's coming next, but who you're becoming now. Maybe God is teaching you patience, perseverance, or resilience. Maybe He's removing distractions, removing relationships that can't go where He's taking you. You think you're standing still, but really, He's clearing your path. Don't despise the small beginnings. The same God who starts something in you will be faithful to complete it. Every great story in the Bible began with faith, delay, and obedience. David was anointed king long before he wore the crown. Ruth worked in the fields long before she stepped into favor. You might not see the harvest yet, but the seed is growing. Be faithful where you are. Serve where you stand. Pray when it's quiet. Worship when it's hard. Those quiet moments of obedience are what build the strength to handle blessings when they come. God's plan doesn't need to be rushed. It needs to be trusted. The moment you stop fighting His timing and start trusting it, peace begins to replace pressure. You'll start seeing beauty in the slow, purpose in the pause, growth in the gap. When you stop trying to control the outcome, you finally make room for God to move. Because your job isn't to understand everything, it's to trust Him through everything. Even when life feels uncertain, His plan is still unfolding perfectly. So take a deep breath. You are not forgotten. You are right where you're supposed to be. Even if you can't see the full picture yet, know that He's still painting it. The same hands that began the work in you will finish it in His perfect time. Let God finish what He started in you, because when the time is right, it won't be forced. It will flow. Doors will open without you knocking. Opportunities will come that make sense of the struggle. And you'll see, He was never late. Keep trusting. Keep praying. Keep growing. Keep showing up with faith, even when you feel tired, because one day, what you're waiting for will be worth every second you spent believing. Your faith today is building the foundation for tomorrow's testimony. Each prayer you pray is a seed that God waters in His time. Before you reach the end of your waiting season, take a moment to recognize how far you've come. Every day you chose faith over fear was progress. Every moment you trusted instead of worrying brought you closer to peace. Remind yourself that even the delays were divine setups preparing you for what's next. Or, when you finally see the breakthrough, you'll understand why God made you wait. You'll realize His plan was always better than your timeline. The peace you'll feel will remind you that every delay had purpose. The strength you'll carry will prove that the wait was worth it. And when it happens, don't forget to thank Him, not just for the blessing, but for the weight that built your faith.